Hello everyone, welcome to SQL Repository and you are watching Module 7.4 of Postgres Administration. In this module, we will discuss basic PostgreSQL commands. So let me connect to my PostgreSQL instance and then the first command that I am going to run is \c and it will tell you the database name and the username you are connected with. Okay, then you can use the same command and then the database name to switch the database context. So now you are connected to DVD rental database. So you can use \c and then the database name to switch to the database to the new database. And it will also tell you the user, but it is still the same user. Okay, so this was another command. Then the other command that you may be interested in is \coninfo, hit enter. It is also giving you the database name and the username, but along with that, it is also giving the socket name and the port number. So very useful command, and database administrator must keep this command handy. Okay, so the next command that I'm going to run is as I'm connected to DVD rental database, there is a table named film. So I will run select a star from film, hit enter, and you can see the output, but it is very weird output, right? You cannot read even a single line here. So let me quit and type another command, which is \x on. So if you'll hit enter, it says expanded displays on. So it means you'll get the output in the list format. So let me run the same command again. And now you can see you are getting the output in the list format, and it is pretty much readable. So it is also a good command to have in your bucket, in your list. Okay. Then the next command that I'm going to run, but first let me turn off this expanded display, and now it is turned off. So the next command that I'm going to run is \du, which will list out all the users. Right now I have only one user, that is why it is listing only one user for me. But that's okay. Once I'll create new users in the next videos, then I will run this command again, and you will be able to see more users here. Okay. But if I'll run this command with the plus sign, it will give more property. Like there is one more property named description. There is no entry for the description here, but if there is any entry, then you can see the description also here. Okay. Okay, so now the next command that I'm going to run is \dt, which will list out all the tables for you. And again, if you'll run dt plus, it will give more properties like persistence, access method, size, and description. Okay, so if you want to list out or check all the table names or any of these properties related to table, you can always use the command \dt or \dt plus. Okay, now the next command that I'm going to run is \d, and it will actually list out table, sequence, and views for you together. So if you'll keep on hitting enter, it will list out all the objects, and there are total 35 table, sequence, and views combinedly. So that is why you are getting 35 rows. So let me quit from here, and then as you have views, you have sequences, you have functions. So you can use the \d and then f to list out functions. And then if you'll run the same command with plus, then you'll get more data related to that. Again, the output is weird, so you can turn on the expanded view, and once it is on, and then you will run the command again, you will find the output in the list format, which will be nicer, and it will be readable. So this is a good command. I would iterate again, and let me turn it off. And then we have seen the tables, we have seen the functions. Similarly, we can see the views and more properties related to views with \dv plus. Okay, so this is how we can see the views, and then similarly we can see the sequences. So these are the objects that you will have in your Postgres instance, and you can check all these objects with the simple commands like backslash ds, backslash dv, backslash df, or backslash dt. Okay, so these are very useful commands. Then suppose you want to run the last command again that you have run. So the last command that I have run, just I have run is backslash ds, and if I want to run the same command again, I can always give backslash g, and it will run the same command again. As I've turned off the list view, so it is again coming in weird format. But let me actually go ahead and run another command, which is select star from actor, hit enter, and then just go ahead and quit. And if I run want to run the same command again, I will just give backslash g, and it will run the same command again. Okay, you can do the same thing using the up arrow, but the problem with the up arrow is that if you'll hit up arrow once, it will take you to the last command. But if you'll by mistake hit it again, it will take you to the second last command, which you may run by mistake. So if you are sure that you want to run the last command again, you can always go ahead and use backslash g, and it will make sure that it will run the last command for you again. Okay, so let me remove it here. Now what if I want to save the output of this command in my on my Linux server, or on the server where PostgreSQL is running? Okay, so in that case, I can give backslash o and then the complete path and file name, or just the file name. Then in that case, it will place the file in the home directory. So I would say actor, or let me actually save some other file. So I will say film.txt, hit enter, and then run the command select star from film, and then hit enter. Now you can see that there is no output here, because it was not displayed in the terminal. It was saved in the file. And if you want to cross check, you can always go ahead and run backslash q to quit from the Postgres instance, and now you are connected to the virtual machine. And here, if you list out the directory, here you can see a file with the name film.txt. And if you want to see the content of this file, you can use cat and then the file name, hit enter. So this is the content of the file, which is coming in weird format again, but we cannot do much about it, because right now I'm reading this from the text file, right? So maybe a CSV would be nicer in that case, if you want to download and open the file. Okay, so anyway, let me connect to PostgreSQL instance again, and then let me switch to DVD rental database. And then suppose I want to edit my functions or my views. So how exactly I can do that? So for this, the command is backslash e, and then if you want to edit the function, give f and then the function name. So let me list out the functions first, and I'll pick any of them. Excuse me. So I will write backslash ef and then the function name last day. This is what I want to edit. So I will write the function name last day, hit enter, and now this function is open in the editor. So make the changes, save the file, and as soon as you will save the file, the definition of the function will change, and your edits will become applicable in the in your database code. So the new definition of the function will be available there. Okay, let me go ahead and close this. And similarly, you can do for the views, hit enter. You have the views name, pick any of them. So I would say actor underscore info, hit enter, and you can always go ahead and change the definition of your view and then save the file, and then the new definition will be available for you. Okay, so this is pretty much what I wanted to cover in this video. These are very random very random commands, but these are very useful, and the very basic command and you must know before working on PostgreSQL instance. So this is why I've covered here. You'll find all these command in the description, so you don't have to write any command. You can directly go ahead and copy from the description. And in the next video, I will cover few more basic commands again, and then we will move to the directory structure of PostgreSQL. Okay, so yeah, I will see you again in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.